Good morning, YouTube. This is Big Daddy Richard Reed from General Tres Cavite in his air-conditioned bedroom. Today, I'm on here to tell you my 13A permanent resident visa was approved on July the 3rd, 2013. We were I went through my probationary year last year, which what it is, when you get your first 13A visa, that first year is probationary. After that, then you have to refile again, basically the same paperwork, which is you need the 13A form, you need an affidavit between you and your wife that you are continuous living together, that you are married, and it has to be done by a lawyer, of course, notified. You need your MBI. The man needs the MBI clearance, which is pretty easy to get, especially if you're a senior. You don't need an appointment. You just go in and get it. They'll run you up through the senior line, and basically 30 minutes to an hour, you got it. Of course, you need your funds, and the funds was less than 9,000 pesos. And, because of this, we went in March the 10th, submitted all of our paperwork. I got my receipt. They made an appointment for our attorney interview on March the 12th. And, of course, March the 15th, the country got shut down because of this Chinese virus. So Judith and I, we've made 2 trips so far. The first one was like June the 3rd, something like that. Come to find out, it was shut down for cleaning the office area because there had been one person tested positive. So we went back June the 26th. I went in and just basically done a follow-up, and they told me, says, Mr. Reed, you're just fine. Don't make another trip to the office until you see your name is on the approved form. They said as long as I've got my receipt that I paid my fees, that I went to the lawyer interview, and I've got my visa, my stamp, my old resident visa stamp in my passport, I'm just fine. I'm legal. Just wait. Well, last night we went looking at it, and there my big old name was. So Judith, the first thing I did was I made an appointment. They put it out a notification. The immigration says if you do not have an appointment, you do not get in. So I didn't take no chances. I made an appointment. Hopefully we get there about 8 o'clock in the morning. We'll leave here at our house at 5, which is early, but for me, it's dangerous driving. You know, they've got the bicycles. We have to go through this town called Kawak, and everybody's riding bicycles because it's a place that they have manufacturers. So at 7 o'clock, that place is full of bicycles and motorcycles. So we're going to try to get there about 6 to go through that little town. That should put us in at the main office around 8:30, and my appointment's at 9. Hopefully we can get in and get out by 10 o'clock at the latest. Myself, I expect that they'll tell me I'll need to wait, because I have to submit my passport for the stamp and the signature. The ACR card should be done, but you never know how they do it. They may want me to be there first, and then they make the ACR card, but it's already paid for. They're going to use last year's picture. They've already got the information, so in reality, the ACR card should be ready. This permanent visa is good for life at this point, as long as I'm married and still living in the Philippines. The card itself, the ACR card, will have to be renewed every 5 years, which at 68 years old, I'll be pushing it to get another 5 years, but we'll see. My mother, she lived to be 89 years old. And as long as I'm able to get around, I'm okay with it. But if I can't get up out of bed, the good Lord can take me on. But anyway, I want to go over the 13A visa, what you need to do. Number 1, You, if it was me, I'd find out if your local immigration bureau, if you've got a satellite office, if they do it. If they don't do it, you need to travel to Manila, go to the information desk, and they will give you the checklist. They will give you the 13A visa form, which you need to fill the 13A visa form out, and this all has to be in duplicate. You need a marriage certificate, the one that comes from the Philippine registration office. You need to have your wife's Philippine birth certificate. The man, he needs his passport, a picture of the latest arrival, and you need a letter notarized from your wife requesting that your petition is approved, and that has to be notarized. And from that point, you turn it into the desk. They go through it. Anything wrong, they tell you what's wrong. You go fill it out. In other words, you may have to fill it out, take care of this package a couple of times. I'd always make copies of this, keep it in a little little file. That way you have this. It's easier to pull out of a file than to have to go back home and get it. Saves a trip. I hope that this helps. If you have any questions, my email is rdreed2004@gmail.com. I'm on Facebook under Richard Reed. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, please. Thank you.